Hello, welcome back for another episode of Rock Talk and Thoughts. Some of them absurd, some of them I don't even know what I'm thinking. But I'd like to thank you all for watching, and this will be the last episode for a bit. Prepare for another round of shows in the coming time period, maybe 60 to 90 days. And today, my millennial daughter suggested that I talk about, and I've used the term loosely, favorite, except in this case, they are my favorite all time. It just happened. You may have heard a few episodes back. First time I saw Rush in '79. Liked them. Was intrigued by them at that point. And they just kind of fell into the little recipe box that I alphabetized with my bands of the things that I enjoyed listening to and turning people on to. And we'll start there. '79. That was April 21st, I believe. First show downtown Denver at a Coliseum place. Denver didn't have very many event centers. In fact, I think the actual sporting arena was very brand new in '79. There it is. Oh, geez, I was off by a month. I'm sorry. March 28th of '79. First time I saw Rush. Blew my mind. I don't think the people that I went with fully enjoyed, understood what they were seeing, but I knew that I was a fan of something different and big. Couldn't wait for a new album. Couldn't wait for a new tour, which occurred less than a month later, or a year later, March 1st, 1980, the Permanent Waves album. Couldn't get anybody of that original group. I think definitely six, possibly 8 people went. Went with one person, buddy of mine, and none of the original group went. I don't know what happened, but that's how Rush hits people. It is what it is. So we went down, saw the Permanent Waves tour. That just increased my intrigue and what's going to happen on the next record. Graduated from high school a couple months later. Started college, and several months later, actually I think it was early spring, that we got, radio stations were so cool. The record companies would release the upcoming single one time at everybody, all stations play it at the same time. So if it's 6 on the East Coast, it's 4 in the mountains, it's 3 on the Pacific Coast. Everybody hears it the same time, basically. And was blown away. It was Tom Sawyer. A few weeks later, tickets went on sale to see that tour and moving pictures. That pretty much solidified the fact that I was what I just termed myself about a year or two ago, a Russian. And couldn't wait for the next tour. So I had 3 tours under my belt, and a little bit longer than a year, got to see the Signals tour. Some technical glitch, as I remember, happened. Show was running way late for start time. So it had to have been the largest food fight I've ever seen inside McNichols Arena in Denver, Colorado. Food was coming from the upper decks. The floor was just a confetti array of nachos, pop containers, whatever. But then the show began. Everyone regained their senses and enjoyed some Rush. I missed the subsequent tours up until 1994, I believe. Either they weren't scheduled here in Denver or I just couldn't make the shows, which really hurt me. But yeah, that is my Rush episode up through the first 4 tours. Little book if you want to check this out. It's called Rush Album by Album. We'll break down all the records. I don't like to read these things to you. You get a better sense of it if you read it yourself. This is actually available on quartoknows.com. quartoknows.com. And yeah, get some Rush history in you. That's my favorite band. Got a toque on. Toque. Canadians will understand what I'm saying for the American side. Hat. It's a toque. Alrighty. Well, thanks again for joining me. And I look forward to having you check out some shows for next year or next season. And hopefully it's not until next year. So have a good one. Continue rocking. Have positive thoughts. I'm going to leave you with a paraphrased quote from an actor, producer, groundbreaker, Sidney Poitier. Help others overcome and be useful to the journey. Have a good one. Enjoy. Rock and roll.